My name's Sean Crawford. This is my 2006 Mitsubishi Evo 9, and it's pretty much stock right now. I've got an exhaust system on it and a drop-in K&N air filter, but other than that, it's 100% stock. I wanted to use a wideband on this car because I plan on tuning it in the future, so I want to be able to log my air-fuel ratio. But then I selected the LM-2 in this case because with a simple plug for the OBD2, I can get all the parameters off my ECU, such as manifold pressure or absolute pressure and air-fuel ratio, and also I can log RPM, water temp, everything that the ECU pretty much sees I can log on the LM2, so it makes it really easy for me. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to remove the downpipe and put it in front of it, not on the test pipe as I have here, because a typical installation would be here, just in case I want to put the cap back on. So what I'm having done here at the shop is they're going to weld this bung into the downpipe so I can put in the O2 sensor. It allows me to hook it up to the LM2 and log the air-fuel ratio as I'm driving. Put the bung right about here. Normally you can take it to a shop or something like that, an exhaust shop, and they can weld that on for you in about 15 minutes. So before I put in the downpipe, what I'm going to do is calibrate the O2 sensor. So I've got the LM2 right here. I'm going to plug in the O2 sensor here, which has you can see the cable and the harness that it comes with. I'm going to plug it into the LM2 here in this port. And then I got to add power, so I've got my power cable right here that plugs into the cigarette lighter. So I'm going to plug that in right down here at the bottom. Plug it into the cigarette lighter, and then I'll turn my key on and it should be good to go. So now it's showing that the sensor is heating up. And what I'll do is I can hold down the mode button right here for about a few seconds. It gives me an option menu. One of them says calibrate sensors. So let's go to calibrate sensors, hit enter. And then start sensor calibration. Hit enter. Once it's warm, it displays the percent of oxygen that it's picking up, which is 20.9. And that's exactly what the manual says it should read. If it's within 0.4, up or down, plus or minus 0.4%, that's acceptable, but outside of that, you have to recalibrate the sensor. So this is done, and that's the one and only time I'll have to do that for now. So I'm going to put the O2 sensor back in the downpipe now, adding a little bit of anti-seize. Now it does come with anti-seize on it, but I'm just putting a little bit more. But I'm being really careful not to get any anti-seize on the O2 sensor itself, because that can affect its performance. So put it in there carefully. Just get the anti-seize on the threads only, and it should go in easy. There we go. Before I put the downpipe back on, I'm going to open up this hole here above the downpipe hangers so I can run the cable for the O2 sensor. So luckily there's a opening right here. I can just pull this plug off, and this will give me access to the passenger side of the car just under the dash. So I'll go remove the carpet and then we'll feed the wire through. I tried to fit the O2 sensor through the hole in the firewall there, or in the footwell there. It just barely won't fit through. I mean, literally just barely. So you could probably file it open a little bit if you wanted to, but I'm just going to take a drill and open it up to make it easy. I'll just test fit it real quick. Plug it back into the same hole. You guys want to do it? Yep. The downpipe's hanging. footwell here. Now that I've made room to make the hole larger, I'm going to route it actually up here to the center console so it can sit like that. So the car's now running and I'm getting all my OBD2 inputs. In this case I'm logging RPM, map or boost, and I'm also logging, of course, air-fuel ratio, and I also put in the ignition as well. I'm just going to put in the card, allow me to record it, and all you have to do is hit the record button and it's recording right now. So right now you can see I have it set up for air-fuel ratio. It's logging that right now as we speak. So let's go take it for a drive. So now I've got the LM-2 completely hooked up, and now I'm sitting on the side of the road with the car running. I can just hit record, and I do see that it started to record right now. I can start driving. So I do want to see how the air-fuel ratio and other parameters are at wide open throttle, so I'm going to get on it a little bit. So now I just logged for about a minute and a half, and I'm looking back through the logs and I can see that it's there. So now what I'll do is I'll import that into Logworks and the software, and I can review all the information in a better format. After I've installed the LM2, now I'm real happy with it. It was easy to install, the price was right, and when I had any questions I was able to call Innovate, and they helped me out, and it was really easy to resolve. So overall I'm very happy with it.